Joe Frazier and Ken Norton had been stunning.
I'm fighting all contenders. I don't care how they're rated or whatever. I'll just fight them.
When Foreman lost his match against Jimmy Young on March 17, 1977, he put down his boxing gloves and didn't step inside the ring for the next 10 years.
He had no base. He had no focus.
In 1987, at 38 years of age, George Foreman returned to the ring to fight once again.
Veteran boxer George Foreman will put on the gloves and climb back into the ring.
Foreman entered the ring against journeyman Steve Zowski and finished his foe in the 4th round. Just 3 months after losing the Holyfield rematch, Dwight Muhammad Qawi was offered on short notice the chance to fight George Foreman on March 9.
He's only lost to the best in the business, Holyfield, Michael Spinks, and the first Holyfield fight was just a terrific fight.
I hope to keep fighting as often, as much as once or twice per month. And eventually I'd like to clean up the whole heavyweight division. That includes the heavyweight champion of the world.
Kawi accepted and boxed the much bigger former and future heavyweight champion Foreman, who was coming off 7 straight wins.
Never face a guy as quick as Kawi. He might be a lot smaller, but he can hit.
Well, my name says it all. I'm Kawi. I'm strong.
Bad idea. And there's an overhand right by Kawi. He saw the Guido Trani.
Kawi erupted from his corner and nailed George with a strong right cross mere seconds into the fight.
And of course, the uppercut you would expect to see toying with Kawi.
Don't keep it out there with that left jab. If he starts to stay inside, he can get himself in a lot of trouble. Kawi is thick around the middle. George is allowing Kawi to take too many liberties.
Just about any time.
Come in behind the other guy's jab.
Kawi, standing a hair over 5'6", came in at a hefty 222 pounds, yet he managed to whack Foreman with a number of overhand rights to the head.
Talk about stamina, but it isn't, because you saw Kawi in
But they have him doing it.
If he keeps getting hit with those punches, he's going to have a problem.
He's falling all off. He just got to let his punches go. Miss one or two and land the third.
Be hit with those. He was very tough to hit. Right now, he's getting nailed by Foreman.
Foreman began working Kawi's body in the second round, landing thunderous shots to the shoulders and outer ribcage, and finally let his hands go with a series of combinations which rattled Dwight badly.
That's what he should be using. Good left hook by Kawi. And another good left hook.
George Foreman felt those punches.
And Kawi is talking to him.
Kawi was hurt. Gets another right hand home.
Kawi's chest. He's not going to miss him if he hits him on the chest.
Right hand by Kawi.
Foreman loaded up with a wildly looping right hand which caught Kawi in the kidneys and appeared to aid Dwight's delayed reaction descent to the canvas.
Something hurt him.
Well, Foreman just nailed him with a pretty good right hand.
The kidneys that drove him out of the ring.
Kawi on the deck, he should have at least given some kind of
The microscope to be sure. Lands him right like the second round.
Pushing punches.
And they're not being delivered properly.
Big punches. Best punches. Still that left jab, but he's not using it.
And in all the other ones. Not here. Maybe we should skip right.
Good right hand counter by Kawi.
Good combinations. The jab. Uppercut by Kawi. Primarily has been landed by Kawi. Landed left hook.
Kawi hit the 235-pound Foreman with his best punches, both lefts and rights, and failed to budge the old man.
Not going to ban the Holyfield. He has abilities.
Oh yes, he definitely.
The first round, Foreman started to push him.
And they go 10 rounds. Well, Prasu's using it. Foreman's used a few special jabs. George may sense how he wants to get out of this.
Just clubbing punches. They're not, you said, Al, they're not.
This is not the same George Foreman. Jabs by Kawi.
Kawi leads over.
The jab by Foreman.
George just kept coming and coming, as ponderous as he was.
Kawi explodes a bit here in the 5th round. Foreman with his own upper. A decade ago, losing to
100 degrees in the building. That was about as much snap as I've seen George have out of
punches. Landed some. That tactic started when he did so effectively.
You can move your head all night out, but your body doesn't move downstairs.
He's really not trying.
Foreman began finding his range in the 6th round when he staggered Kawi with a left uppercut and then knocked him into the ropes seconds later with a right hand.
Split decision written all over it. Right hand by Foreman, and then uppercut, hurt cut. He faked him out. Gil, do you feel like everything is kind of in slow motion here? There's 22 seconds left in round 6, and that left hook did hurt him. That should have been a knockdown. Instead, Foreman stopped punching. Wondering, George Foreman, since he started his comeback,
Kawi managed to last the 6th, but Foreman began scoring at will in the 7th round before the final combination caused Kawi to throw in the towel.
Not sure that didn't really hurt Kawi. I think Kawi wants to quit. That's it.
Well, as I said, Al, if he had the will to get...
But I was really devastated by his energy, his ability to recover from punches.
His hand speed was very, very slow, but he's so big and strong, Al, that he takes a lot out of guys.
I wanted to use my left jab, see how I could do against shorter guys who have good overhand rights. The heavyweight champion of the world fights like that.
The winner by a TKO, former heavyweight champion George Foreman.